Welcome to the Manifest Soar and Enlightenment Show with host Kipling Sanders. Our guest today is Kendra Simpkins, who helps out in the community in numerous ways. Welcome to the Manifest Soar and Enlightenment Show with host Kipling Sanders. Our guest today is Kendra Simpkins, who helps out in the community in numerous ways. Kendra Simpkins is a rapid resolution therapy practitioner, trained and supervised by founder John Conley. She received her master's in social work from Columbia University. I'm from Manhattan. From Columbia University, Kendra provides resolution rapid therapy, RRT, to individuals experienced in PTSD, sexual trauma, grief, depression, or any troubling impression associated with prior experiences. As a U.S. Army veteran, Kendra specializes in the military-related trauma and provides a unique perspective outside of Veterans Affairs programs. She is president and founder of Operations Warrior Resolution, Incorporated, 501c3, which provides RRT to military. Kendra is a clinical and program director of Operation Wounded Warrior Resolution Veterans Healing Retreats, provided RRT and trauma-informed yoga, which is very healing. Her work with veterans and RRT has been featured in national and local news, radio as well. She is an associate trainer with the Institute of Rapid Resolution Therapy and regularly travels nationwide and around the world, as far as I know, to train with other mental health professionals in RRT. Kendra is a mentor and a warrior leader with the Wounded Warrior Project in Sarasota, Florida area. Thank you for coming on my show today. It's wonderful what you do with the community. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's quite an introduction.
The first thing I wanted to bring up is I'm sure animals can feel emotional too. During the daylight savings times, we were going to do our show initially in the beginning of the winter time. So I just wanted to bring up awareness for cats awareness. In fact, cats have roughly 15 times better hearing than human beings. They're likely extrasensory beings, just beautiful, wonderful cats. Cats have been cherished and praised in numerous cultures over the course of history. Some people are dog people and some people are cat people. As long as there's a beneficial connection and healthy bond developed, it's a beautiful thing. I love half Siamese cats. I love half Siamese cats for some reason. I have a half Siamese cat. She's adorable. Her name's Florence. She's a good girl.
Mm-hmm. I have one too.
Nice. I think I saw that on social media.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And the pattern of love and relationship, and animals could be like an emotional support animal as well. In so many ways, for so many people, I realize where I'm overthinking, the cat relaxes me. It calms me down. And so it's therapeutic in a lot of ways too, pets. Helping cats. How can people help cats in the wintertime or even in the spring or year-round? Stray cats or indoor cats? Maybe 1 or 5 ways? How can people help cats?
Yeah, so you started off with my favorite topic, cats.
Great. Yeah. Cats are wonderful.
I am a cat lover, and it is something that's near and dear to my heart, as well as, of course, serving military veterans. And you're completely right, cats can be very therapeutic.
Yeah.
I sometimes say the best therapy is cat therapy.
Yeah.
And that's why we have emotional support animals, whether it's a cat or a dog. And cats specifically, there's a huge cat crisis actually in America, with millions of feral cats, community cats, just cats without homes, that aren't in shelters, and the shelters are overflowing. So if you do come across any cat that's living outdoors, a community cat, there's lots of ways that you can help them. One is medical care. These cats are often subjected to predators, getting hit by cars, just
Yeah.
being in the elements of sickness and illness. So if you come across them and they need some kind of medical attention,
Sure.
of course get them medical attention.
Sure.
But more importantly, get them spayed or neutered,
Right. Right.
because that's so important to help stop any future suffering.
Overbreeding. Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to be able to help a community cat by getting it medical attention, spayed or neutered, that's really important. And then
Okay.
also helping to feed them.
Helping
So
to feed them. Yeah.
feeding, of course they're cats, they can feed themselves, but if they have help and assistance in getting regular food, that's important as well. And then also there's a way, and especially in the winter time and in the cooler months, the colder months,
Yeah.
there's a lot of suffering that comes with having to be outside in the cold. So there's easy containers that you can make out of plastic totes that you can insulate,
Okay.
and then put straw inside of them and cutting a hole out so that
Oh.
they can live in there. But
Okay.
the straw is very important because straw doesn't hold the moisture. I know some people think that blankets would keep them warm, but actually
Right.
that holds moisture. So straw is the best at keeping
Straw.
them
So get
warm.
straw, put it in a box, everyone.
And then that gives them a little house to be able to find safety and comfort in those cold months.
Right, right. That's very important. Thank you for your information.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Always
Everyone-
happy to give information on cats.
Everyone go out and get a cat now. Everybody go get 2 or 3 cats. Okay.
No, please go out and get your cats. They need you.
The cats need you. Go out and get cats, guys. Love on them. Where can people seek or find their new cat or help about cats or volunteering about adopting a cat?
There's lots of great shelters and rescue organizations in town. Rescues are really great because they're
Yeah.
just individuals who are using their own money to try to help cats.
Yeah.
And then of course there's the Humane Society Animal Control.
Okay.
And that's really good to get a cat from there as well because they're in these cages and oftentimes would be much happier in a good home.
Absolutely. 100%.
And
100%.
Cat Depot is where I've gotten my cats. Or you can soon come to our cat cafe that we're looking to build.
Oh, I'm there. I'm there. A cat cafe. I've been waiting to bring my cats to a cat cafe. There's one in Tampa, I heard,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. They're starting to pop up.
Operation Warrior Resolution. What is Operation Warrior Resolution, Kendra?
Operation Warrior Resolution is a local nonprofit that is saving veterans' lives through alternative, holistic, innovative mental health therapy
People's lives.
for not just the veterans but also their family members.
Okay.
So
Other
us-
people benefit too.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So just the traditional system just provides talk therapy medications, but we do things that are more innovative and experiential and holistic to truly heal from within the mind and body
Yes.
connection because that's so powerful.
And so healing as well. My father could have used that. He was an Army medic in the Vietnam War. And this would have been just undoubtedly healing for him
Oh, absolutely.
and therapeutic.
Yeah.
I salute you for your service and for your military services as well, Kendra Simpkins. Thank you for that. You've done so much to help so many. Father Richard Allen Sanders was an Army medic in the Vietnam War, earned many medals and saved many lives as possible, running through bullets and bombs and explosions. Boy, he really could have benefited decades ago from these type of programs. He passed away at 52. I support all military, and I tried to join the Air Force actually when I was attending Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach at college. I was 27 and I enrolled in the Air Force. I tried and they said, you're 1 year too old.
Oh.
So I was 1 year too old to fly. I wanted to fly, be a pilot, be a maverick for the Air Force. And I would have flew well. What is rapid resolution therapy?
So rapid resolution therapy, it's a very innovative type of treating trauma is what I specialize in using, but it really can be used for anything that's causing anybody any kind of emotional disturbance.
Okay.
And it's a very unique way of doing treatment because it's based in the latest research in neuroscience. So we've all heard about rewiring the brain, and
Yeah.
neuroplasticity is a buzzword these days. So neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to create new neural pathways and start to use those neural pathways. So the way that neuroplasticity takes place is through different experiences. So
Right
now
Right.
where our brain is building neural pathways that relate to the experience we're having now and how
Sure.
we feel about it and think about it. So
Sure.
then when we think back on it, then it then brings up the same feelings and thoughts.
Right.
So what rapid resolution therapy does, or in Operation Warrior Resolution, we call it brain-based healing, because that's literally what it's doing.
Wow.
It's healing the brain.
Yes.
It's optimizing the brain so that the brain
Marvelous,
is
marvelous.
working better. And people can understand what brain-based healing is.
Yeah.
So this way of doing treatment is a very interactive, uplifting, creative approach that the practitioner is actually guiding somebody through the session, and they're creating this experience so that they're tapping into the brain's neuroplasticity to heal and starting to build new neural pathways.
Changing old thinking patterns, replacing them with new thinking patterns.
Yes.
Key, ladies and gentlemen, that's key.
Yeah. So the patterns that you talk about are just the way that the brain is wired.
Right.
So when we can have a new and different experience about something, the brain then wires that in.
Right.
So, for example, if we're treating trauma and there's a combat veteran who, every time he, thinks of the event or sees somebody similar to his friend who got killed, he starts to have that trauma reaction.
Yeah.
And so there's that memory that's gotten grooved into the brain, but through the brain-based healing, you can do different interactive techniques that get the brain to neutralize the emotion, so that when he goes back and thinks about it or thinks about his friend, it's just neutral. Like he can describe it like he's describing breakfast.
Yeah.
Versus before, when he would describe it, he would do it while he was shaking and crying.
Yeah, like with a PTSD
so it's like
mindset.
He can talk about the event and talk about his friends, and then it's something that just happened, but it's no longer emotionally affecting him, so he can be in the present moment, or even be able a way to wire into the brain like a sense of gratitude and strength and courage for having survived that experience, and then also maybe even a sense of empowerment of like, well, he's not here anymore, so now I have to live my life to my fullest and also to his fullest.
Right.
Because in honor of him, I have to now live my greatest life.
Exactly.
So it's starting to shift versus before he was feeling guilt, depression, and all of that. So it's a way to shift somebody's feeling and thinking in a way that gets them to
That's great.
move ahead in the best ways possible.
You're helping many veterans, many people outside of who are veterans. I want to spread the same message, just with peace, just about understanding, and there's a comfort there. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's in yourself. It's not out there in the material world. The peace is within. And through programs with rapid resolution therapy, with healing practices, with neurosciences, you can change the brain thinking. So if you have negative thinking, you can reverse it into positive brain thinking and positive brain thoughts, one after the other. So it takes time. It's very interesting, because this could develop with anything and everything. I call this the XYZ factor. So if it's veterans, or if it's people from police departments who are in battle or in a fight or in a shootout or something, or in a family, or someone was emotionally abused or verbally abused, they can recover with this rapid resolution therapy technique or practice with the XYZ variables, certainly. So, please tell me about Linda M. Rimley and how she helps RRT. She's a certified addictions counselor, yeah?
Yes, Linda Ann Remley is
Linda Ann Remley, excuse me. Yeah.
She's actually a founding board member of Operation Warrior Resolution.
Wonderful.
And she's one of our best therapists and practitioners that provide rapid resolution therapy. She's been serving veterans since the beginning, and she's probably served 1,000 at this point.
That's awesome.
And
Good
so
job, Linda.
she's saved a lot of lives, and I don't say that lightly. And with her being a certified addictions professional, she has been able to help people use the process to stay clean and sober if they're struggling to no longer use drugs and alcohol.
Sure.
So she is just a wealth of experience and knowledge,
Yeah.
and she's a true earth angel.
Linda, you're a true earth angel. Good job. Keep up the good work. I'm going to mention this real quick. Sobriety. I've abstained from alcohol for 12 years now. January 12th, I received my 12-year medallion.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I promise everybody I would not be where I am today if I didn't quit drinking alcohol. It really brought me to a place of awareness, and I grew into a new man. Anyone out there wanting to quit drinking or stop, there are ways. I'm an example of it.
And I'll have 12 years in April, so.
Congratulations.
Amazing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. There wasn't one day I could go without drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't even
Yeah.
tempt me. I just think it's so gross now. And I know where it would take me, to the darkness. And so ultimately, there's no question about it. There's no question about drinking. I just don't feel like drinking. I want everyone out there to do the same thing, to have that mentality. If you feel like you're suffering or you're drinking and you just want to quit, go that extra step. Do it now, to do what it takes to quit drinking. It will change your life forever. Do you believe in peace, or what is peace to you?
I do believe in peace. Peace to me is like you said, that it's something that it is within us.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're looking outside externally for peace, we're never going to find it.
Right. I agree.
Because there's so much chaos and just
Static energy.
so much that is such a distraction in our external worlds and in
Yes.
our environments.
Indeed.
That,
Indeed.
I think the only way to find it and tap into it is within you. So in order to be able to do that, like I know with yoga or doing breath work, it quiets the mind, and then you can start to draw awareness in, or doing it through meditation or mindfulness to start to quiet the mind, so that you can then start to connect with the peace that's within, or through prayer.
Yes.
And connecting with source, or your higher power, or God, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That there's different practices and ways that's different for everybody, but it's finding that way that works for you to be able to connect with that peace that's inside us, because that is who we are.
That's a good answer.
It is. It's how we came into the world. It's still there. We don't lose it. It's just reconnecting with it.
Yeah, reconnecting with peace. And it's so powerful. It's so powerful. I believe there'll be a day of peace, and it's biblical in time. Then there'll be 70 years of peace after this trauma and just like really challenging times for so many people this day and age. But there is in the Bible, there is a 70 years of peace coming. So for everyone out there who's worrying or panicking, you can begin to relax and know that there'll be a better future in the world. Can peace be attained in the world, and if so, how?
That is a good question. I certainly think that peace can be achieved. And it would take some time to get there.
Yes.
Because I think that we as a people just have a lot of evolving to do, to get out of our ego and our self-centered, driven ways, and personal pursuits. And then the more that the world civilization just begins to shift more towards other people, and how can I help, and compassion, and what can we do better, and how can I serve you, and you know, people like you and I. The more that the world starts to adjust into that, and that people start to evolve into what can I do for you versus what can I get, and what is it about me, and what can I achieve or revenge on. So I do believe it's absolutely possible. It's
awesome.
It takes some time.
Yeah, I think it'll take a little time too, but it's possible. I believe in my heart. I do. If you had a message to share with people searching for light in their darkness, what would it be?
That there absolutely is light through the darkness.
Yes.
Light
cuts through the darkness, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It does.
Yes, light can certainly shine through, and even though it may not seem like it, we can't know the light without the darkness.
Right.
So having known the darkness, you will definitely know the light at some point when it shows up, and just keep taking one step at a time and trying something new or something different or connecting with the person, and then who knows where that might lead you, if there is a time of darkness, to get to the light.
Yes. I seek light in myself and other people. I try to bring out the light in others, or I help try and lead people to the light, if you will, for the ones who are suffering and sick and the weak. Thank you, Kendra Simpkins, for your time today. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you've done in your personal life. I appreciate what you've done on a business platform as well. It's amazing. Tremendous accomplishments. Keep up the great work in and out of the community and beyond. Thank you for coming on my show, Manifest Enlightenment and Soar, today. It's been an honor. May peace be with you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.